Hello?
Hello?
I want to see if it picks it up in the live. Hello?
Hello?
Oh yeah, it definitely picked up. I want to see if it picks it up in the live. Turn that off. I gotta turn that down a little bit. And this also gonna need to be turned down. We're right back. Hello?
What up?
Jalen left.
You did?
That's what. Well, I'm not seeing him in the party. You gonna dip too?
Oh, dang.
Because like, if you want to go ahead, I'm just gonna play Call of Duty and live stream it. So if you want to watch, you can do that too. Or you can stay in the party and talk if you want. Doesn't matter.
Alright.
So, since it's only me and my mother, of course, lovely, I'm going to practice my commentary to you, so tell me how you like it. I'll make my screen a little bit bigger so you can see it. Hopefully, I believe that's better. It should be. And we're going to play some Modern Warfare 3 and chill and talk and... I died.
What's your rock? I'm with you.
No. Oof. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
Our counter UAV is active.
Reloading.
I know my commentary's bad. Sorry. I don't know. I mean, I do definitely like this game, especially because it's gonna be the remaster of MW 2, which is the game that my brother introduced me to, and I'm very excited to, you know, play it. I want to do a series about the campaign on this game, and basically kind of share my thoughts about it, and maybe compare it to, you know, the original campaign to the game. But like, other than that, yeah, hopefully making some good content like on this game with my friends, and hoping my friends get it and stuff like that. Because I mean, like my friends, I mean, I think they're some of the funniest people in the world, and if I didn't think that, I wouldn't be playing with them. So I think that we can get some funny stuff going on. I just have to learn how to get like game chat and stuff like that. So that's the one thing that sucks, is that I can't involve game chat, only because I missed every shot that I shot that guy. But I can't always play game chat or use game chat because I don't have the right cord. I'm actually gonna go and look for it tomorrow. But so far from what this game has showed me, I have loved it. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. I mean, I'm kind of going off on a little bit of a kill streak here, so I kind of want to focus on that for 1 second. I died. I lied. I'm not going on any kill streak. Don't listen to me. I'm such a liar. All right. Someone right there. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Thank you, teammate. I appreciate you for that one. Oh, I'm flashed. I'm flashed. Hide. Hide. Okay. No, I saw it. I didn't see him. But yeah, any other suggestions for games would obviously be helpful. Not saying that anyone is really gonna see this or watch it or anything like that, but definitely, you know, I want to try out this whole YouTube thing. You know, I really want to see where it can go and stuff like that. If it goes nowhere, it goes nowhere. But if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. You know, if someone's climbing on top of that building, I'm not liking that. But another thing is too is that you know, I guess I can talk to myself or talk about myself on live streams. So
Tag secure.
my name's Caden. I live in a great state called Wisconsin, located between Minnesota and Michigan. I don't know if you ever heard of it or not, but it's pretty cool. And I'm in a band. We're considered a indie rock band, which I think is complete
Friendly UAV.
bullshit because I don't think we're like that at all. We are indie for sure, but rock, yeah, soft rock, baby. But yeah, on that, I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you guys have a fun weekend planned. It's gonna be a little bit gloomy here, so that kind of sucks. So I'll probably be doing a lot of editing, a lot of maybe live streaming. Who knows? Posting videos, hopefully. I know I gotta do some stuff in my basement with my family. Gotta help them clean it out, which kind of blows. Mom, if you're watching, it blows. But I will do it because I want to see the basement done as much as anyone else in the family does. So, of course, I'd love to take my time and help out. But, yeah, let's see if we can... Is that an enemy? 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 We got him? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's another one. I couldn't... But yeah, I have a cat. Her name is Sage. I don't know where she is currently at the moment, but
Return to base.
she is the love of my life. She is the first pet that I've ever had, like, kind of like on my own, like real pet. Fish don't count. Fish are stupid. Uh-oh.
Mom was watching and Mom's happy about the basement tomorrow.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a cat. She's the love of my life. You know, let alone she's like the first like actual pet that I've owned. Sorry if I keep like looking this way, the way I'm looking right now, because like that's like how I can see the stream and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure everything's running smooth because I've never done this before, and I don't know. It's a little scary. It's scary doing something like this. You know, I'm not someone who's a big fan of change. Change scares me. It's one of my, I would say, irrational fears.
ER.
I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, speaking of basements, I also record a lot of music with some of my closer friends that I've had throughout the years of my amazing, incredible life. And yeah, you know, I record music with them. There's 5 of us, so 4 friends in total. And we play, we play a lot of music together. I am a pretty decent guitarist, I would say. You know, I don't like to hype myself up too crazy because I'm definitely not the best, but you know, I definitely could be better. But I would say I'm pretty decent for how many years I've been playing. We have another guitarist. His name is Sam. He's the oldest out of all of us, and he plays guitar like a wizard. I could not tell you how he does the things that he does, but you know what? He does it. And he's good at it, and I give him all the props in the world. We have a drummer. His name is Max, one of my best friends in the whole wide world. I met him through another friend in middle school. I've known him kind of throughout my entire life, but me and him never became friends till then. But he's our drummer, and again, he's Sam's younger brother. But they were obviously musically gifted because one of them's good at drums and one of them's good at guitar. So say what you want, but crazy stuff. And then we also have our bassist. His name is Andrew, another one of my really close best friends. Amazing, very skinny. It's kind of like a skeleton. No offense, Andrew, but he is tall, and man, is he good at golf. And he bought me my driver, which improved my game tons. So thank you very much, Andrew. One of the best friends I could ever ask for. I'm currently getting assassinated, but we also have a singer. His name's JMO. I actually hung out with him today. We went to Guitar Center and just hung out, chilled. And yeah, you know, good vocalist, you know, again, you know. But all in all, like, some of my best friends and stuff like that, and you know, we're not the greatest band in the whole wide world. We don't have the greatest equipment in the whole wide world, but you know, the thing is though is that we all do definitely have a passion for music in some way or another. And yeah, if you ever want to listen to it, it's Mint Green Catalog. You can look for it at any place you listen to your music. Anywhere, we're everywhere. Pandora, we're on there. iHeartRadio, oh, we're on there. Spotify, no, I'm just kidding. We're actually not on Spotify. No, we are. I'm kidding. We are. Mint Green Catalog, look us up. But anyway, let's get back into the game here. I've been focused on the game, I'm sorry. Having too much fun talking about my life. So anyway, yeah, this game is brand new, open beta. Probably seen a lot of... I can't tell if those are enemies or friendlies, you know? That's the one thing about this game, is that it's so hard to determine who is who. Because the indicators aren't bright enough or bold enough to see. You know what I mean? Oh god, I'm flashed. Oh god, I'm dying. Yeah. Problems. But you know, again, like as I was saying though, is that I am excited for this game because it is technically the remaster of the one and only true love Call of Duty I have, and that is MW2, the original one. I obviously love Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1 definitely. If I had to rank my top, I'm gonna say top 5 Call of Duties, number 1 would definitely be, no matter what, would definitely be MW2. That's just the one I grew up on. That's the one I remember playing in the basement with my brother. That's the one I remember watching my brother play for hours on end. That's the one that me and my brother had arguments on. That's my favorite Call of Duty, and it's not because it's the best Call of Duty, it's because it's just the one that brings back a lot of memories. Second favorite, I would say, would have to be Black Ops 1, because I'm a campaign freak. I love...
Alright, kids, I'm probably gonna get off for the night. Talk to your mom, probably.
Yeah, no worries, bro. Have a good night. And,
You too.
hopefully, I mean, you'll be on tomorrow. We can record something.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, bro. Peace.
See ya.
Gotta love him. I love Ryan. Very nice guy. He's always nice throughout elementary school, middle school, and high school. Just one of the nicest dudes. I kind of wish got close to him at some point, but never did. But yeah, I would say my second favorite Call of Duty though would definitely be Black Ops 1, because I'm a campaign freak, and the campaign for Black Ops 1 was just immaculate. I know I'm using big words. Wink. But I don't know what else to say. I just loved it so much, and that takes me to my number 3 Call of Duty, which is actually Black Ops 2. Why? Because the campaigns intertwine. That's crazy. So I love Black Ops 2 as well. But not just for the campaign. I love both games also for the multiplayer. A lot of my online friends, and I know my mom and my dad always told me back in the day to don't talk to people online. That's weird and you're too young to do that. And yes, it was, but you know, back in the day when I was in, you know, elementary school, middle school and stuff like that, I was ultimately talking to people who are way older than me on the game, which sounds really weird, but they actually were really cool people and they taught me a lot about the real world as well. And actually some of them I've stayed kind of close friends with to this day, even though they may be like maybe 6 years older than me. But it doesn't matter because, you know, they made those games some of the highlights of my job, and it's just amazing to experience that. And you know, I wish for any kid who grows up like today to grow up the same way I kind of did, like with the types of video games that were out and stuff like that. But let's move on to my number 4 favorite Call of Duty, which I actually didn't think too hard about. But number 4, I feel like that's such a weird like number placement, because like you don't hate it, but you don't like it either. Number 4. God, I wish I would have thought about this before I even mentioned doing this. I guess it would be Call of Duty 4, or the original, like the first Modern Warfare in the franchise. Cause you know, that's just the main like backstory of Captain Price and Soap and stuff like that. You know, the main story plot of, you know, kind of the setup of this game and stuff like that. Like, yeah. But the multiplayer in that one, for the original one at least, wasn't too memorable for me. It was more memorable for my brother, because I think that was like maybe the first game that he tried playing was MW4. But I think he ultimately liked MW2, and I liked it too, just because that was the first one I tried playing and doing. Funny story about, I forget what game it was, but there was a game where it had a zombies mode in it. It was a Call of Duty game, of course. And my brother, he wanted to play zombies with me, but like I was, you know, again, like my brother being 7 years older than me, like he's, you know, just older than me, and he can handle things more. I see zombies, obviously at that age, in my opinion, they scared me. And like I had to be in elementary school, and they scared me. And I remember one day I was feeling man enough to take on zombies in one of my favorite games with my older brother, who I thought would protect me, but no, he traumatized me with that zombies game mode. He made me think that zombies were out to kill me. He made me think that they weren't going to kill him, they were only going to kill me. I cried, I ran upstairs, and I never played zombies with him again. But you know, ultimately, I do love my brother showing me this game. You know, not saying it was the smartest thing on his end to show a kindergartner MW2, but it was definitely one of the coolest things he did. Well, yeah. Sorry, I'm not better at the game. Wish I was. No, I wouldn't say I'm bad at Call of Duty. I'm definitely not anything special. You know, I have like Zay's better than me. This is a new Call of Duty though. I'm still trying to kind of get used to it. Like the slower time to kill speed. It's very, well, as you would say, slow, and it's kind of hard to do stuff like that. Like I have to pump 8 shots into somebody to kill him, which kind of sucks. Yeah, but I got a UAV. My bad now? I didn't think so. But what else is there about me? It's not too personal to share the internet for people to see. Yeah, you know, it takes you 24 hours to be able to live stream on YouTube. I wanted to live stream. I didn't want to live stream on Twitch. That seemed like too much of a process for me to handle, at least for right now. It seemed too complicated, and I didn't want to deal with it. But definitely, YouTube, I had to like send in a request to live stream, and it took 24 hours exactly for them to accept my request, which I thought was kind of sucky. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my god, they're just lining up for me, oh god, grenade, I'm gonna, oh gosh, I'm so low. Oh my god, oh my god. But yeah, you know, if you guys ever watch any of my YouTube videos, you might know that, I'm new to the game. And my editing isn't top-notch. My recording equipment isn't top-notch. Hell, I'm not top-notch. But kind of what I was saying a little bit before. I just want to try it out. I don't know. It's hard being somebody. I wouldn't say I'm an introvert, but I would definitely say I'm more comfortable on the introverted parts of things. But being able to talk by myself with no one here, or let alone my one and only friend I have left me to go to sleep and didn't even want to talk to me, and now I'm forced to talk to myself on here. You know what I mean? It's like, it's nice, when you got like hundreds of viewers, you can actually like have conversations with people, so it kind of feels like people are here with you. But when it comes to like, not saying I don't like talking to currently my mother and father, but I'm just saying, like, just if you were just a random person in general, I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy talking to you, but it's just like, it's kind of hard to keep things entertaining. So it's like, you gotta constantly keep thinking of things to kind of talk about and stuff like that. So Mom, because I know you want to go to sleep or watch me because I'm your cute son, I want to talk about some conspiracy theories with you, and Dad, of course, if you want to watch. But conspiracy theories, you always ask me which ones I'm really into, and you know what, let's talk about the ones I'm really into. So I would say the number one let's think about the first conspiracy theory I ever heard of. All right, let me think about that just real quick. I would definitely have to say it was probably maybe Tupac. It definitely wasn't the first conspiracy theory I heard of. It was probably some stupid one. But I think the one that got me into looking some up was definitely like the Titanic or 9/11, maybe. I think that's what really got me interested in those like things in the first place. But then, like, doing a lot of research on those subjects, then you start learning that there are some conspiracy theories behind them. Like, for example, 9/11, it's a kind of a running joke, but some people think that Bush did 9/11, which, that's not just something people can just like think of and just say. There has to be evidence behind it in some way, and there is. And I don't know that all the evidence behind it, but people say that there was a reason why he wanted to do that. I don't know if you guys remember, but I don't think people were the biggest fans of him at that time, at least. I don't know. But like, same as the Titanic, like, why were they trying to get to New York so quickly? Why were they overdoing the engines? Why did they not have binoculars? The whole thing like that. Why did they not have as many lifeboats? Why did they even allow this ship to be a thing? Like, just stuff like that. It's just a lot of questions get wrong, or like brung up. But I would say those are definitely like the first two things that ever made me think of conspiracy theories. But my most favorite conspiracy theories, well, number one, obviously the paranormal, anything paranormal. Now, people might say like, well, that's not really a conspiracy theory. Well, it kind of is, because no one actually knows the truth. People can't definitely prove ghosts aren't real, and definitely still haven't definitely proved that they are real. You know what I mean? So it definitely is a conspiracy theory, if it is true or not. Like, a lot of evidence is definitely fake, but there's a lot of evidence that, I could believe that's true. There's a lot of just real life events that happen to me, even in my own house, that truly make me think ghosts are real, and they are like a true fear of mine. You know what I mean? But like, it's definitely like, no, I'm not like freaking out over it. I missed. But yeah, stuff like that. I would say another good conspiracy theory, I mean, like, just like as a basic, it might be a little basic and a little like, boring, but like definitely the JFK assassination, because it's like, it's not so much there's a single video I watch on conspiracy theories. I watch a lot of videos on the same conspiracy theory. You might hear a lot of things that people might repeat and say, but there's a lot of things that, like, there's a lot of like little details that some people share that other people don't. So it's interesting to like watch. So like the JFK assassination, I've probably watched hundreds of videos on. Either one, because I wanted to know more about it, or two, because I had to do it for a school project. Either way, you start gathering all this information and you can start putting things together in your head. You like, even the weird conspiracy theories that like no one like thinks of like, was JFK a sex addict? It's like you don't know, like because you weren't JFK or you weren't anyone close to him, but it's like when you hear how much sex that guy had, it was kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the whole situation, is that there's so many, like, not just like the big ones, like, oh, who killed JFK? It's not just the big ones that pique my interest. It's the small ones that even the smallest followers, you know, get. I could hear you laughing in the other room. So yeah, but all right, moving on to another conspiracy theory. You know, like aliens. You know, but aliens, see, that's not just one conspiracy theory. That's a whole subject. That's not one conspiracy theory. Aliens aren't just one conspiracy. Are they real or not? No, no. There is so many small little niche ties in aliens where it's like they fall into the paranormal category, because people can't definitely say that they're real and people can't definitely say that they're not, because there's always gonna be that doubt, like, oh, but yeah, that could be fake. Yeah, but that could be fake. Oh, I'm not gonna believe it till I see it. It's like, all right, that's fair. You won't believe it till you see it, but it's like, I'm kind of scared because, like, granted, the US government hasn't come out fully, and so, like, yeah, aliens are real, but there are a lot of foreign governments that have, and there's no benefit of them doing that unless, like, they just want the general public to, like, know the truth. You know what I mean? Like, okay, who was it? I think it was like Chile or something. I think they were the first country to announce, like, politically, that aliens are real. Okay, well, I don't know much about Chile, and I don't know how much you or anyone else knows about Chile unless you, like, live there or around there. But I know jack nothing about Chile. All I know is that it's a really skinny, long country. That's all I know. But, like, what do they know about aliens? How come every alien sighting that I've heard of, like, what do they know about aliens? You know what I mean? So then, like, people could say, like, oh, it's a publicity stunt. They want more people to come and travel for tourism and stuff like that. They want it to be the new alien capital of the world. That could be. But then all these other countries are doing it. You know, I haven't heard a lot of people traveling to Chile because of aliens or anything like that. But now Mexico came out and said that aliens are real. I think Italy and Greece are doing it now. So it's like, I feel like I almost feel like people aren't taking it. I'm not saying I'm scared of them. It's just more, they're obviously more advanced than us. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, if there's bacteria on the moon and the NASA doesn't want us to know about it, okay, that's one thing. It's bacteria on the goddamn moon, okay? But now we're talking about actual lifelike creatures that know how to fly these ships that can go faster than the speed of sound and light themselves, and we're expecting that they're going to be friendly to us. You know, we might take them as a threat, and they might take us as a threat. You know what I mean? So, like, now we could deal with some type of problem where there's intergalactic warfare, which I know is a stretch. It's a stretch, I know that, but I'm just saying, for example, that could be a possibility, and that scares me because I know damn well our government knows nothing about no space weapons. We ain't no Jedis, we don't have the Force, we don't have lightsabers, okay? So we're screwed if we get into a war with an alien. Not even just one alien could probably take out 20 people with a snap of their fingers, and you know what? We're screwed because we probably can't even take out an alien because we don't know how to take them out. They probably have some type of kryptonite, and it probably is kryptonite, which isn't real. You know what I mean? So aliens just freak me out. So aliens are just a whole category in themselves, but Skinwalker Ranch is another great subject of conspiracy theories. The amount of stuff that they found on that ranch, the amount of just what's it called, the amount of evidence of, like, paranormal, like, of, like, kind of ghostly type figures, alien like creatures, skinwalkers, Wendigo, you know, you name it, anything Native American related, as I'm super into. Wendigo and the like, Wendigo are something I'm really interested in, because one of my favorite gameplays, and I will never play this game sadly because I don't have a PS4 or PS5 or anything, but I'm kind of weird when it comes to games, because there's games that I like to watch people play and there's games that I like to play. Like, Call of Duty is a game I like to play multiplayer games are typically games I like to play. I'm not someone who likes to play single player games by myself, just because I'm just not good at commentary and stuff like that. That's why I'm trying this whole YouTube thing out. I want to get good at commentary, public speaking, I guess you could say, and stuff like that. But the game that I love to watch is it's a game called Until Dawn. It's single player, very story based video game, and I love that game so much because it talks about Wendigo. And if you don't know what Wendigo are technically Native Americans or humans that have converted to cannibalism throughout like the harsh winters. So back in the Native Americans, if winters were harsh and you were kind of running out of food, what they would do is some Native Americans would be forced to convert to cannibalism. And that was looked frowningly upon to other Native Americans, so they put curses on them. I don't know what the curse is called, but it's supposed to make them into a thing called a Wendigo. And it's a bloodthirsty kind of creature that hunts at night on victims, and it eats, humans, it eats animals and stuff like that. But it's like once you die, you become a Wendigo. And it's just very interesting, especially the game and how it's played and how they perceive Wendigo it's just super interesting. So Wendigo and Skinwalkers are super interesting, but Wendigo and Skinwalkers are two very different things. Wendigo are Native Americans who converted to cannibalism and have died and had a curse put on them. And Skinwalkers are specific to a certain tribe, and I believe it has something to do with the Navajo tribe, and I believe they put a curse on another tribe because they were at war with each other. I don't know what the tribe's name was, but there's the Navajo, and I'm just going to say other. The other tribe was stealing Navajo tribe members and keeping them as slaves. And the Navajo obviously were not happy about that. So the Navajo ended up putting a curse on the other tribe, saying the land that you take these people on, we will turn them and yourself into skinwalkers or something, And these skinwalkers, they're basically humans that take shape of predators after death. So for example, if I was put under a skinwalker, curse, then like once I would die, I would appear to humans in current day as a predatory type creeper, or not creeper, I'm sorry, I take that back. No, creature like a wolf or a bird, like a bird of prey, a wolf, a bear, anything that's predator I could become. And I would appear much larger than the average wolf, much larger than the average bear, much average than the larger bird, whatever I would be. And I would also stink of sulfur. Now, I know that sounds weird, but that's how people who have came across skinwalkers, they say that they smell like sulfur, like a fart, bad eggs, And why, I don't know, but that's just what they say they smell like and stuff like that. So yeah, so two very different things. One's not aggressive and one is. The Wendigo are very aggressive. They want to hunt and kill you. They want food. And the Skinwalkers, I wouldn't say they're aggressive, but I wouldn't say they're friendly so much either. I'd say they're very neutral, kind of. But yeah, if one of the I would say one of the most interesting conspiracy theories I had ever seen was definitely the Skinwalker ones. But another good and low-key one is I forget what it's called, but it was a bank heist that went wrong, and it was such a problem. So basically what happened was this guy, he worked for a pizza place in a city kind of like where I live, a city like that. And he wakes up every morning like a normal day at work, and he goes to his job. He started work at noon, so he goes into this pizza place at noon. He's a delivery boy, and he was delivering pizzas and stuff like that. And at around, he wants to say 1:30, so about an hour and a half after he showed up for work, the pizza place gets a call, and they wanted an order for like one large pepperoni pizza. And they gave him the address, and he said, okay. The owner made the pizza, and he gave it to the delivery boy, and the delivery boy went on his way. Okay, cool. So a normal day at work. But about 45 minutes later, after that pizza was sent out the door, the owner of that pizzeria turns on the TV to see his delivery boy on the news with a collar bomb strapped around his neck and a oversized like t-shirt that says like bomb on it or something. I don't know exactly what it said. I watched it a long time ago. He had a collar bomb on his neck and stuff like that. And apparently what happened was the address that he was supposed to go to, the address that he was supposed to go to, he ended up going to it, and it wasn't like a house address. It was like a vacant lot down a dirt road on the side of a main street. So he was kind of confused. Somebody ended up like hitting him over the head, knocking him out basically, and changing his clothes, putting a collar bomb on his neck, which was like drilled and screwed on like together, and the only way you could get it off is if you punched the code in correctly. And basically he was told, he's like, you will get the code to get this bomb off your neck if you go and get us, like, I think it was like $100,000 or $150,000 or something like that from a bank. So he was basically forced to go rob a bank with a collar bomb around his neck, and he had to wear the oversized t-shirt to cover the collar bomb. So like he wouldn't be like, I mean, he was already suspicious, but so it wouldn't be as obvious. But so he did it. He went inside this bank, and he gave the bank teller a note saying like, I have a bomb strapped to me, saying like, hey, I'm going to, blow this place up. I need $150,000, blah, blah, blah. And they ended up giving him the money, and he then was supposed to take the money, and he got in his car, and he had to go drop it off in a bush outside of like a McDonald's or something like that. So he goes, and as he's doing that, the cops finally, like, they pit maneuver him or something. They get him out of the car and stuff like that because he robbed the bank. He was being chased by the police. And as he's doing that, he was saying, he's like, I don't mean to hurt anybody. He's like, I have a bomb, on my neck and stuff like that. And the police were like, oh my goodness, like, what do? We don't really know what to do. We don't want to like saw it off of him because what if it explodes and stuff like that. So I think for like 45 minutes they just left him like sitting in the middle of like the parking lot, kind of just like guys, like what do I do and stuff like that. And the cops, like, they don't know what to do. Like, they're trying to figure out who put this bomb on him and stuff like that, and they couldn't figure it out till finally it was caught on live TV. I don't know if you can find it anywhere, but it was caught on live TV that you can hear him trying to say something to one of the cops, saying like, hey guys, like, this thing's making a beeping noise, and it ultimately ends up, detonating, and it kills him. But it was just really weird because no one knew who did this, no one knew why, what the motive was, stuff like that. There were a lot of conspiracy theories on who could have done it and stuff like that. Was it an ex-girlfriend? Was it a friend from high school? Was it because he was just a vulnerable person? Because it seemed like they chose that guy specifically because of like kind of like how nice and kind of shy he was and stuff like that. Like, he's not like he'll basically like do anything for you if you obviously point a weapon at him. You know what I mean? So kind of feel bad. I mean, you obviously feel bad for the guy. But yeah, did I mention I have a band, by the way? I did? Oh, okay. Mint Green Catalog, looks up. Yeah? No? We suck? Okay. So, alright. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, trying to get out of the dark stuff. Let's go out conspiracy theories. Yeah, let's talk about life. I want to talk about, you know, kind of like what my plan is, you know, outside of YouTube and music and stuff like that. I am currently a student. Not really. I'm enrolled at at the University of Milwaukee, but I currently don't go there. I currently was on a gap year. I meant to go this fall. Things ended up happening, so I'm going to end up going in the spring, but I still don't really know what I want to do with the rest of my life. Obviously, it would be a dream come true if I could do YouTube or if I could do music as a, you know, as a career. It's a dream, but, you know, ultimately it's not reality. You know, I can't, you know, rely on this working out for me. I can't rely on music working out for me. You know, so I wanted to have, you know, like a plan, you know, in case, you know, I can't do this anymore and I have to make money for myself and I have to live. So I don't know. And I was really kind of debating on wanting to do something around business at first. At first I wanted to do something around business. I still kind of do, but specific like business like major idea, I don't know. I don't really have one that really stands out to me. I really want a major that's kind of business as a broad, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to do business but then narrow it down to business marketing or business finance or business management, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to do something like that. I would much rather kind of get an understanding of business as a broad and then kind of go from there and land in a career like marketing. Now, you don't have the most, obviously, knowledge as a marketer, but you kind of know how to do a little bit of everything in the business field. And I guess if that went my way, I guess like a dream career out of it would be is I would love to kind of be like a property manager, I guess would be considered what my dream is, to be a property manager, mainly because I like the idea of owning a building. For example, say like I own like a small like restaurant style building, right? And say, you know, I don't really want to make a restaurant necessarily, but say I have a friend or I know somebody or somebody comes to me and says like, hey, I have a good idea for a restaurant, say I like it, almost kind of invest in them and their idea. You know, I own the building, but like basically let them design it. You know, they want to paint it their colors, you know, let them do something like that and let them basically make the building like their own and stuff like that and kind of make it into a business that they want, not necessarily what I want, but kind of invest in them and then kind of just like take, you know, rent payments in a way, and then also do something around the lines of like getting a little bit extra money for kind of giving them the opportunity to kind of like a finder's fee, not like a finder's fee, but you know what I mean, kind of like hey, like I'm gonna put this much, like I'm putting like this building and say an X amount of money into your business, you know, throughout time you're gonna owe me rents for the building, and then also like once you start gathering a growth in net worth, you know, then, you know, pay off, or not pay off, but you know, like pay like a percentage of the cut for letting you, you know, do what you want to do. But I want to do that for multiple buildings, and obviously that's a dream. Not saying I'm gonna do that, or I'm in talks of doing that, but like start off small, something like a, you know, like a small house or something, rent it out to people, kind of have them like buy it for you in a way, and then almost I'm getting assassinated again. Oh, I died. Yeah. But yeah, you know, some kind of like around that kind of situation, but like not just restaurants, but you know, like, so like say like I start out with a restaurant, I give somebody the building, you know, yada yada yada. They finally start giving me money and stuff like that, and then say at that point I save up enough money to where, oh, a new place, a new commercial building went up for sale in Milwaukee, and I want to get it, and say I want to make that into a tattoo parlor. Okay, so now I'm letting somebody kind of run their own business, a restaurant, and I'm getting paid from that. But now I also have a tattoo shop that I want to not so much like manage and run, but like have somebody manage and run, but like I kind of like I'm kind of like the overseer, just kind of like making sure that there's no problems and stuff like that, and kind of like, you know, if there's a problem with the building and stuff like that, like kind of like instead of calling like their own maintenance man, like somebody who like works for like me, you know, I could be like, hey, you know, somebody needs to go and fix the building or whatever. But like that's my dream job on the business side of things. I would say a backup plan, you know, as much as I hated teachers back in my day, I guess maybe teaching would be a good backup plan for school wise, but not so much like teaching, like I don't know, like I feel like I would say I'm not really good with like younger kids. I am good with them, but it's like I feel like I'm not outgoing enough to be like a kid teacher. I feel like if I was gonna be a teacher, it'd have to be like a high school or maybe a middle school at some point, or but like yeah, I feel like I wouldn't mind like teaching, or not even teaching, but like, you know, like my brother was saying, like a gym teacher for like a good like school district and stuff like that, you know. It's just like a good like lifestyle, and it's, you know, not a crazy hard job, and it's kind of just fun, you know. But yeah, I don't know, that's kind of like the idea for, you know, outside of like social media and stuff like that. But ultimately ultimately my dream would be either become a professional golfer, a full-time YouTuber, or a full-time music maker. You know, I would love to be as big as Markiplier. I'd love to be as big as, you know, the Rolling Stones. I'd love to be as successful as Steve Jobs. But, you know,
Guardian has been destroyed.
one of these three directions have to land my way, right? But who knows?
Tag secure. Kill confirmed.
What are you doing? You are so gross. But yeah, you know, just kind of like being a businessman. But, you know, like I don't want to be like a businessman where I wear the suit and tie, I'm uptight, I'm a, you know, piece of shit. You know, like I don't want to be that kind of businessman, but I kind of want to be the businessman where it's just kind of like, oh, I come up with I just want to like own a building, and if someone wants to make it into a throwing axe bar, they want to make it into a throwing axe bar. And then it's just kind of like they pay me rent. You know what I mean? But except it's a commercial building, so they got to pay me a little bit more than just rent. You know what I mean? So like basically I want to be a bit like a landlord, except in the commercial side of things, not so much housing type of ordeal. That would be like my dream like business kind of job. Yeah. I have 7 tattoos. I want many more. I know my mom's gonna hate that. But no, I truly do. I don't. A lot of people have issues with tattoos. Some people think they're ugly. Some people think they're cool. Some people think that they're just you know, they have to mean something. And I'm all of those. I think tattoos are dumb. I think tattoos are cool. I think tattoos should mean something. I don't think tattoos should mean something. I think tattoos and tattooing is an art form. You're getting someone else's art put on you. It is most definitely an art form. And just because I don't like exactly what's getting put on me, or it doesn't have anything to do with me exactly, it's the art itself that truly gets me intrigued by it. Because, you know, I'm someone who loves to draw. I'm someone who loves to, you know, make something with my hands, you know, but like, you know, like tattooing, it's like it shouldn't always mean something. Now if you're gonna get a tattoo that means something to you, then obviously get a tattoo that means something to you. But I mean, like, I feel like once you have tattoos, I feel like then you kind of have the ability to go and kind of get what you want, because it's like, you know, like for example, like my birds right here. How many birds I got? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 birds. Okay, now these 6 birds, they have nothing to do with anything. They're crows. I don't have anything to do with crows. I don't like crows. I think crows are scary. They're called the songbird. Did you know that? But I liked the art style idea. I like the all black, like any tattoo that I have, there's no color to it. I like just the simple black and white. I just like the design of them. You know what I mean? And just like that kind of like silhouette look on the birds. I love silhouettes. I have made my own silhouette drawings. I would love to show you, but I would have to get my sketchbook and flip through them. But I have a Marilyn Monroe silhouette that I did. I have a Michael Jackson one that I did. I have so many I can't even name them all. But yeah, so that's cool. Let me just post. Let me just. Let me call my brother real quick. I want to see if he wants to watch my cool live stream.
Capture all objectives. Keep them secure. We're taking Charlie.
I don't know what he's doing.
Charlie secure. We have taken the lead. Changing mag. I got you set.
Well, he just hung up on me. All right. You know what? Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm dead. You know, it's whatever. But yeah, ultimately, I think tattoos are what people want them to be. You know, if people want stupid, crazy, dumb tattoos, let them get stupid, crazy, dumb tattoos. I just feel like you shouldn't judge them for it. If they're not tattoos that you would get, okay, that's fine. But it doesn't mean, you know, maybe they just have a creative side to them. Maybe those tattoos even do mean something to them. You know what I mean? But it's like, ultimately, I think tattoos are pretty cool. You know, obviously like the whole face tattoos, like I'm not into like all that, but like, you know, it's not so much what I'm into. What I'm into is what I get. What you're into is what you get. What they're into is what they get. You know what I mean? You know? But yeah, I really want to, I guess I can tell you about the tattoos that I want to get. I really want to get a leg sleeve, my left leg. Not like a full leg sleeve, but like a bottom half of my leg, like from like knee down. I want to get a leg sleeve done with like my honeycomb and flowers and stuff like that. I want it to be a full sleeve. And you know, I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm gonna get it done soon. Not saying that at all. I could get it done when I'm 30 for all I know. That's 10 years from now. But yeah, you know, so it's like, I know that's one I for sure want to get done. I want to get a portrait of Sage. I mean, that's how much I do, you know, truly love her. You know, for being my first pet and just being the most perfect cat and feeling bad for her past and for honestly making me feel a lot better when I am down. Like, just her being around does make me happy. I'm actually, wow, thinking about it, I'm actually getting a little emotional thinking about my cat, but wow, that's like, I'm actually like choking up because of my cat. That's actually, wow. But no, I love her so much. I couldn't have asked for a better cat. Dude, like, I'm not actually sad. I'm just like choking up, just like speaking so highly about my cat. It's just a silly cat. She's fat. No. But yeah, I definitely want to get her tattooed on me. I don't know. I don't have a place where, for sure. I would love to get, obviously, you know, I don't know if I will do this while deceased or not, but I would love to get a portrait of like my mom and my dad, you know, my creators. But yeah, I'd love to get like a portrait of them done. I don't know if it would be during. I don't know if I'd want to do it like with them alive or deceased. I think, you know, dead. I think it'd be a little weird to be like, hey mom, look, you're on my chest. You know what I mean? Like I think that'd be a little weird. But just kind of like commemorate them, because you know that's, you know, something that's those are two people who mean like extremely a lot to me. You know, like so much. So it's like y'all, like my mom's always like, I don't want to be on your body, but it's like, yeah, well, when you're dead you won't care. So so most definitely they'll be on my body at some point. What else? I really want to get a wizard tattoo. As weird and stupid as that sounds, as I said, we love dumb tattoos. I'm not saying I'm gonna get it in my neck. I'm not gonna get it on my neck. I'm not gonna get a wizard on my neck. But I would like to get a wizard, like maybe like, you know, like on my like thigh or something, because you know who's really gonna like, no, like I know thigh is a little bit more of a feminine place to get a tattoo, not really like so much above the knee. Above the knee's fine, but it's like anywhere above that, like when it comes like your swimsuit area, it's like I know guys really getting a tattoo there. So but you know, like a tattoo that's hidden, not something that like professionally you would see. But I believe in magic. And as weird and as funny as that sounds, I do believe in magic. I want to be a wizard so badly. I said if there's any superpower that I could have in the world, I would want magic. If you consider that a superpower, I would want to have magic. And if you want an actual superpower, invisibility. Invisibility is what I would choose. That's a superpower out of all of them, because invisibility, do you know how much stuff and trouble you can get into with invisibility and have no care in the world? Psh, me, I would. Give me invisibility.
The enemy is gaining ground. Push them back. We're taking out.
What else would I want?
Losing Charlie.
Threat neutralized. You're clear.
If I ever had like a kid, I'd probably end up getting my own kid's name written on me somewhere. A wife? Probably not. Because you never know what happens in life. But a kid, you know, kids with you for life, right? So yeah, I'd get like my own kid's name put down, or even like, you know, depending what happened to my life or something like that. Like even like my brother's kids, you know, I'm gonna be their uncle. Which is kind of weird to think about. My brother's 7 years older than me. He's gonna have kids before me, most likely, and I'm gonna have to be an uncle to them. I'm gonna have to be Uncle Caden. I'll be going up to my little niece and nephew, or my niece or nephew or whatever, and I'll just be like, "Hey, you got $5? Yo, give me $5. Next time I see you, I'll give you 10." That's what I would do. I'll be like, I need $5. I'm too young. I'm too young to be an uncle. Not saying that I'm gonna be an uncle anytime soon. I'm not hinting at anything like that. I'm just saying my brother is, you know, but like the age difference is really surprising to me. Like I'm 20, turning 21 in a few months, and my brother is what, 20? My brother's 27, turning 28. You know, later in the year. So it's like, it's just kind of crazy to me that the age difference, you know, like 27. I mean, that's getting up to like family territory. It's scary, knowing that like I'm gonna have to like stand and like speak at a wedding at some point like in my life and like make a speech and stuff like that. That's scary. I'm gonna gag. Like you know, I'm gonna gag. I'm such a nervous gagger. I hate it. It's the one flaw. There are two things that I hate about myself. There are two things, and one of them is just an insecurity. I'm not gonna share it, and the other one is my nervousness. I wish I could just get rid of it. If I get really like nervous about something, or if I get really just like anxious and worried or something, I start developing a gag reflex, and I start developing disliking in appetite. Like my body's telling me like, hey man, you're hungry, but as soon as I try putting something in my mouth, or if I even think of the word food or think of food, I gag and I just want to get sick. I get nauseous and stuff like that. So that's one flaw that I wish I could just get it. Like, you know, if they could just like take something, just like take it out of me and just throw it away and put a new one in. Just put the new one in, please, because the gagging has got to go, man. Because I'm telling you, I'm so good at knowing my gagging when my gag reflex will or wants to come and just show itself. And it would be at a time like at like a wedding or something, where if I had to make a speech, or if I had to talk, or if I even had to stand up there, like I'm not even the one who has to kiss the girl at the end. No, I'm just standing there looking cute. I will be scared because everyone in that place is just kind of like not looking at me, but looking in my direction and maybe glancing at me and stuff like that. But it's like, I'd gag. My brother would be kissing his girlfriend. I'd be like, it'd be so bad. It'd be bad. I think I just have really bad social anxiety too. Probably need to be medicated, low-key, but you know, I mean, I'm trying to get through it as much as I can, you know. And I feel like this YouTube thing and live streaming and being able to openly talk to, you know, obviously like people like this, like right now, but like finally, eventually, when there are people want to tune in and like listen to me, I for sure, you know, I'd feel very comfortable. I can see talking to you guys because I can just tell that, you know, even right now, I've just opened my box up to, you know, just by playing a game and talking and stuff like that, you know. So yeah. So I'm hoping that I can just get over all this social anxiety nonsense and I can push forward as a better human and, you know, live life normally for once in this messed up world. I'm so sick of sickness and disease going around and screwing life up. It sucks. But no, but like, I don't know, like the whole like school thing and stuff like that, it's scary to me not knowing what I want to do, you know. And it's like, I wish I knew what I wanted to do. I wish I had a career path in mind, and I wish I, you know, just knew, but I don't. It's so hard because it's like, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? What do you know, and that's the thing, is that like, you know, there are many things that I would like to try and to do and stuff like that, but the thing is, it's like, at this point in my life, it's either I don't know. It's just it's difficult to like know and stuff like that. And it's like, it's nice because I have a semi idea of, you know, what I want to do, but it's like I don't have that career path set up for me and stuff like that. And I feel like, you know, UWM, even when I was like actually going there and I had an advisor to talk to about like a path and idea, I would almost be ignored and not listened to. And that's another topic, you know, what I'm gonna get into. You know what? Because why not? I can. I've been streaming for about an hour and 12 minutes, and it is 11:30 at night. But that is real quick. I want to get off my chest. Subject of school. No, not so much like middle school, elementary school, high school. Not so much like that, but definitely college. It's a scam. It's a scam. It is. You know, you go somewhere for 4 years of education. You go somewhere for 4 years of education. And at least this is my own personal experience. This is what I experienced my first year. My first and only year I had at college. The experience that I had was, okay, am going to school and I'm going to these classes. And these classes that I'm going to are gen ed classes. They're English, history, math, basic courses that everyone has to take in college. You have to take them. But what's so stupid about these classes that you have to take they are classes that you took in high school. My math class that I had my first year was just Algebra 1. Or I think it was like pre-algebra and Algebra 1, which is something I took my junior year of high school. Now, you might be asking, Caden, why did you perform so poorly in that class then? Well, it's not because I didn't know the stuff in that class. It truly isn't. I learned that stuff. Notice what I'm saying. I learned that stuff in high school, in my sophomore, junior year of high school. You know, I was in Algebra 2 my senior year, you know what I mean? So it's like, I was where I was supposed to be, but it's like, why am I learning about pre-algebra again and not learning anything new? So I was kind of just like, well, this is stupid. And then guess what else I looked up? I found out about that math class that I was apparently forced to take by my advisor. He told me that math class won't count for credits. And I was like, what do you mean it won't count for credits? And he's like, yeah, so in reality, you're taking this class every day, Monday through Friday, from 6 to 8. And basically, we're just getting you like set up for the next math class. And I'm like, so why the hell am I even in this one? And they say, well, judging on your ACT scores, your math scores weren't that good. Okay, but I already proved to you that I can pass algebra and pre-algebra. My junior year, when I was less educated, I could prove to you that I can pass this. So why am I taking this class? That's why I think school's kind of a scam. It's like you're paying how much money just to relearn what you did in public school for $200 a year? I don't actually know if it was $200 a year for some reason. That's the number in my head. It was probably a lot more than that, but I'm just saying that obviously public school is not as much as college. So, but it's just dumb in my opinion, and especially my history class. My history class had to be the dumbest class in the world because number one, you're in college. People around the world are going to the school that you're going to. Now, granted, some people have access to cars and some people don't. But the history class that I was in was a class about history, no dur. And you have to, what's it called? You have to, our homework assignment, I think it was like once a week, we had to go to a Native American spot in the state of Wisconsin. We had to take a photo of us being there. And we had to, write a paragraph about like what that spot represents in Native American culture. Okay, that's cool. That's cool to do and stuff like that. It's cool to know your history and stuff like that. But for an every week project for someone who doesn't have access to, like, for people who don't have access to a car. Now, granted, I was one of the lucky ones, but I found it so unfair that I had so many kids in my class who in the middle of winter had to walk across Milwaukee or Uber, take a public bus in a shitty city like Milwaukee and go and take a photo of a Native American like landmark and write about it for $2,500 to take this class for 9 weeks. You had to do that. It's just so dumb in my opinion, and it's like, well, you need this to get your degree, and it's like all a degree is just showing you that I am on an education level, I am qualified for this job. Now, depending on whatever your degree is. Now, say for example, I have an accounting degree. Well, now any accounting job that comes my way, I can flash my degree and be like, yeah, I'm actually eligible for that job. Actually, yeah, I can do that. Actually, yeah, I can do that. But hey, I have an accounting degree, but I really want to get into filmmaking, but you can't flash your filmmaking degree. You know what I mean? So I just feel like, school's kind of a waste of money unless you are dead set like on a career and you wanna do it, then by all means go ahead and do it. But I'm just saying, for the people who don't know what they want to do, and for the people who, you know, are having a hard time trying to find out what they want to do, it's not easy for us. And it's not. You can't just sit there and just be like, oh yeah, I wanna become a firefighter. But you know, ultimately, you know, you don't. Because I know I don't want to become a firefighter. Now, do I think firefighting is cool? Do I think it's like a good job? Of course I do, and stuff like that. But it's like, you know, that's not what I want to do. I want to do something that I truly love, but I don't want to do something that I love and not make money on it. Because you know what? I gotta live. Or going into a recession. Bread's costing $12 per slice nowadays. So, like, yeah, I need, you know, it's sad to say this, but it's like, as much as I would like to live off of $0 a year and just kind of, like, live in a van, travel the world, play music with my band, and you know, not know what I'm gonna eat the next day, as much as I would love to live like that, I have opportunities in my life where I have the opportunity to go to school, you know, for free. I have the opportunity to get paid to do this, and I feel selfish not taking this opportunity. So that's why I'm kind of forced to go to school. But if it was up to me, I would honestly ask the band if they want to drop everything that we got going and just travel and do gigs and make music and stuff like that. And like, yeah, I would love to live that way, but ultimately I know I need to eat. I want to have a family in the future. I want food. I want to be able to one day retire and be like, I can golf all day if I want to. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to have that future. And as much as I love music, I don't think I can truly make that into a career. Like, I can, as much as like I would like to. I can't make that into a career college level wise, because I'm just gonna be put in a recording studio and I'm gonna be forced to edit music all day long, not make my own music, and basically just be someone's puppet until eventually I can get my own recording studio and stuff like that. Which at that point, it's like might as well just kind of do that as a hobby, you know? I can, like, me and my band, we produce and make and record and edit our own music off a laptop. So you're saying that eventually in my life I can't get a little tiny bit of a recording studio going in my future basement? Of course I can. That'd be goofy if I couldn't. As well, like art, I love art, but again, it's like, to make that a career, you gotta be self, you know, charge, like, because like you're branding yourself, you know what I mean, if that makes sense. You're branding yourself, and it's hard to do stuff for people. Interior designing, I don't know why that just kind of popped in my head, but that's something that I did say I would like to get into, but like, sucks, because interior designing, it's also kind of like one of those kind of artsy kind of fields. You can obviously like work for a company and stuff like that, but like you gotta prove to a company that you're worth being hired. You can't just say, oh, I'm a good interior designer, and not have work to show it. So you have to be self-sufficient to do something like that too. Self-sufficient is probably the wrong word, but you know, you have to be like motivated and just charge and do it. And not saying I don't have that, I just feel like I haven't had the opportunity, or I feel like I haven't had the right boost to do something like this yet, or do something like that yet. But you know, I just feel like I'm not saying I need someone to hold my hand, but I kind of like having somebody telling me what I should do every day. But I don't like every day being the same old day, you know what I mean? I don't want to be stuck in an office, you know, forced to stare at a computer screen all day and just type and type and type and type and, you know, KYS, you know. But it's like at that point, like, it's hard. And but anyway, I think that's where I'm gonna leave the live stream off today. We been live for about an hour and 23 minutes, and I had one consistent viewer throughout the entire thing. So thank you, mommy. And if you're not mommy, thank you to whoever is out there listening. Thank you for listening to my rants. Thank you for playing MW3 with me and chilling. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and